Hello, Taylor Elwood here, and welcome to another weekly one card draw. This week I am reading from The Wild Unknown Tarot by Krans. Um, I love this deck. It's really I love the back of the deck. It kind of looks like, like a snake scale type of thing. And then here's an example of one of the cards, like the sun. Look at that. Just the art, birds. I love this. It's what I think I like about it the most is that it's like some tarot art is very bold and garish, and this is kind of understated and less so, but I think it's really cool. Um, and then I love what she says on the inside of the box. She says, "Welcome to the Wild Unknown Tarot. You'll find no right or wrongs inside this box, only mirrors for reflection. Open your mind, draw a card, and have fun in your journey." Yeah. Well, we're gonna have some fun in our journey today. So let's see what our one card draw has for us today for this week, actually. Keeping in mind that, we're at a very interesting moment. We're between eclipses. We're kind of going in, and it has been interesting. The energy has been a bit funky lately, I've noticed. I'm just kind of like, well, we're just going to ride this out nice and slow. Take our time. It's been, it's definitely been a thing. Hmm. All right. We're just about there. The Mother of Wands. Hmm. Let's take this in. We have a snake, we have a wand, we have eggs. The snake is curled protectively around the its eggs. The wand is kind of going through. What can we take in? This is also basically, if we wanted to go with the classic suites, this is the Queen of Wands, basically. What I read for about this week is that this is really there's a couple ways we can look at it, but here's my reading for the week. This is really about taking a look at like what's important to you and orienting yourself around that. Like this snake is basically wrapping itself around the eggs, protecting them. It's ready to take action. When I think of the wands or the staffs or whatever we want to say, I mean that is basically an air energy, but it is also about directing the will. In a very real sense, this is kind of like, okay, what is really important? What are we going to do? We're going to take action this way. We're going to move forward in a meaningful and powerful way. We're going to create opportunities for ourselves. And that's what this represents. It's very clearly like kind of like a call, like what is important to you this week? Orient toward that. I would invite you to do that. Because I think right now, like more than ever, we need to be focused in on like what is important to us. There are so many things going on in the world right now, and it can be really easy to get distracted by everything going on. And the question you have to ask yourself is, what do I have control over? What is it? What can I truly focus on that matters? And this isn't about burying your head in the sand. I want to be very clear about that. But rather it's about saying like, well, what do I have control over? What can I direct myself to? What needs to be really important to me? And what really needs to be important to you can vary. I can definitely safely say that like right now on my own particular journey, I'm in this process of building all these foundations into like my business efforts and endeavors. So that's something I have control over is the way that I spend my time that way. I could get focused on like all the things I don't have control over, or I can focus in on the things I do have control over. And I think it's a really good call to recognize like, well, this is what I have control over. This is what I can do versus, well, there's all these things going on and I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, yeah, we don't know what we're going to do. But what we do know is that we have control, what we have control over versus what we don't. So when I look at this card, the Mother of Wands, that's what I'm really thinking about here. You can hear my cat in the background there, and she's kind of like, pay attention to me. See, that's what she has control over is crying for attention. But like that's what the Mother of Wands or the Queen of Wands is really about. It's like, what do you want to orient to? You can let your attention be scattered. You can let your focus go all over the place. Or you can orient toward what really matters. And with the Mother of Wands, I mean, what she's focused on is protecting what is hers. She's focused on taking care of what is hers, making sure that those eggs are going to hatch and bring the new potential into the world. I want to welcome Sunship and Felicity. Glad to have you here. Welcome. And what's important here is that look at your own life and ask yourself, like, what do you want to bring into manifestation? We're coming to the end of August, so we're about to hit September. We're definitely getting into the last 4 months of the year. I don't know about you, but it feels like this year has flown by. Like I remember being back in January and it feels like January was yesterday. And yet clearly some time has passed. What's really important to you? Hone in on that. What do you want to create and what do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? I would suggest that you spend this week really exploring that question in depth and then ask yourself, what actions are you taking? You can get scattered by everything going on around you, by all the things you have no control over, or you can hone in on what really matters and bring yourself the opportunity to create something special for yourself, for the world, for the communities that you're a part of. All right, that's my reading for this week. I'll see you next week for another one. And if you want to get a reading with me, a one-to-one reading, um, you can definitely grab one. I'll have one in the show notes here. But you can definitely or DM me, and I will be happy to do a reading with you. I love doing readings, and it's a great opportunity for you to turn life's transitions into transformations because I will help you navigate those crossroads so that we find the answers you need to move forward. All right, take care.